Is it World War III with your spouse when you have conversations over the hot potato topic of money? Well, watch this video and take a couple of ideas out for a spin. The goal? Effectively planning your financial lives together. Hello, Wealth Champions. I'm Tony Whaley, a financial planner brought to you by Paladin Advisor Group, where we care about your whole life as it relates to your financial well-being. Today, we're going right for the underbelly of couples negotiating their financial life. Honestly, it doesn't have to be a contentious conversation. It could be a new skill that you both learn together, which may help you build your relationship in ways you can't even imagine right now. Managing our emotions and understanding why we react with certain feelings is the first topic that we're going to address. And then we'll touch on a couple of practical action steps. With the right approach, financial discussions can be enlightening and, well, fun. Consider this: money. It's our most tangible and measurable resource, derived as a direct result of our own personal efforts. We then use it in everyday life as an extension of ourselves, and it's often an outward expression of our deeply held beliefs. We've developed these connections over a lifetime of learning and experiences as human beings. Now, before you begin a face-to-face conversation with your spouse, I suggest you take time to do some quiet reflection regarding your own strengths and weaknesses, or maybe why you have certain emotional responses that appear out of the blue whenever the subject of money comes up in your daily conversations. It's important to have enough self-awareness regarding your attitudes and beliefs so as not to allow those possible blind spots to derail a positive experience when you work with your spouse in making financial decisions. Know this about yourself, to use it as a bridge for understanding, comfort, and validation. Then you're ready for this next thought. It may or may not surprise you to discover that your partner for life might not approach financial decisions the same way you do. And as a part of a committed relationship, we find that couples have so much more success when they remember that financial decisions are a true partnership endeavor. It always helps for both partners to remember that each has their own well-established individual experiences with money. Now, since you are in a committed relationship, at least I think because you're watching this video you are, try to remember that you're bringing yourselves to the table to co-create a financial life that reflects both of you. Okay, so the bottom line is, I encourage you to approach these conversations with mutual respect, care, and even empathy. Maybe one of you is a saver and the other is more of a spender. One of you may follow well laid out plans and the other may be so spontaneous. You may have the same values, but the priorities that you each place on those values may lead you to different conclusions. And all of this is okay. The key is to listen to each other without judgment. Gently share until you're able to find a true understanding of each other. And this may seem a little counterintuitive, but I think it's important to remind us all. We're talking about working with our spouse, the one that we love the most in all the world, the one that we have chosen to do life together with. So it may serve everyone to consider taking this approach. For your household, money decisions are not about giving and taking. These decisions are about wielding your resources together. Well, having gotten those thoughts covered, now you're ready for a couple of action steps to use as a foundation to track your progress in a more objective way. So let's try this action step. This is a practical place to start. The first place we go as financial planners is, well, what is the income coming into the household? Now, we also know that where you start in this factor is not where you're going to always be. You plan on growing your income with experience, education, and strategic job moves. So do this exercise with this in mind. What is your income today? Keep it light and big picture. We don't need you to spreadsheet it out. So looking at your take-home pay is the key. What money do you have control over to spend? This is referred to as your net, N-E-T, income. Please note, this net income assumes that what is coming out of your gross income are things like taxes, health or life insurance benefits that might be offered by your employer, and finally, maybe your retirement savings plan, like your 401k, 403b, 457b accounts. Maybe we should address all these possible deductions that could be present in a payroll process in a future video. Let me know in the comments if that might be of interest to you. But for now, we assume that these are all set. So again, net is the actual money that you'll have to spend as a team for your household living. Next, what are your ongoing obligations? Your housing costs, your utilities, your car insurance, car payment, your basic grocery trip. These are all the things that must be paid in order to live. We call these things the have-tos. You have to spend or you suffer bad. Now, subtract your obligations total for each month from your monthly net income. This assumes that your obligations are in fact less than your actual income. If they are not less, then we have to address far more important issues than this video is prepared to cover. Okay, so the result of this formula, net income minus obligations, equals discretionary income, which is the money that you have extra or left over at the end of the month. Now, you have the right amount of objective information to work with. If there isn't discretionary income, that's one thing. But no matter what it is, this is where you will be able to make your plans to work your way towards your goals and dreams. But this is the beginning of the cash flow planning process that will help you both learn about each other and what you can do together with your resources. So the next action step. Have you ever heard of a HAG? Well, it's a hairy, audacious goal, or your greatest goals in life. Maybe it's your bucket list or major milestones that you anticipate meeting in your life. Many people write lists, or some people put together a dream or a vision board, if they're the creative type. Now, the reason we do this is what we pay attention to or visualize daily is what receives our life essence and our energy. It's what we actually accomplish. To paraphrase Zig Ziglar, if you aim for nothing, your chances of hitting it are 100%. So if you don't identify your goals, you may end up at the end of your life feeling like you've missed something. So to start, this exercise is a brainstorming session. Nothing is off the table. Nothing is out of bounds at this point. These things might include some of the following, like buying a house, starting a family, traveling. Now, once you have the first list down, take a break and let each other think about all the ideas that you have come up with for a while. Next, come back together and put priorities on each idea, and especially those ideas that appeal to both of you. Then take another break. Now, after some time, come back together again. Assign a date or a year to accomplish each of those goals. The idea is for you both to co-create the life that you intend to share. Now, once you align on what matters most, you can work backwards to create other elements of implementation, like who will do the research or who's going to determine the financial decisions that need to be made in support of these ideas, etc. Now, to finish our time together, let me mention this. If it would serve you to have a more tangible way to work through these steps, we have a prompts document for you to download. Look for it in the links below this video. And that will take you to our website, and you'll be able to get your complimentary download there. Then grab a cup of coffee or whatever helps you relax and start designing your financial life today. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more tips on living your best financial life together. Well, that's it for today. Thank you for stopping by, and remember, keep being the champion of your financial life.